Wait! May mga changes sa US visa application process. Ano na ba ang mga nagbago? Paano ba mag-apply ngayon? Stick around dahil isi-share namin sa inyo ang mga sagot dyan. Hey there, Peter! I'm Vince. Sa video natin last year, diniscuss niyo siyang step-by-step US visa application process kasama na ang tungkol sa interview appointment and mga questions. Pero recently, ay may mga binago ang US Embassy sa process. Pero don't worry, masishare namin sa inyo yung new process dahil kaka-apply lang and kaka-approve lang din nitong teammate nating si Asta!
Woo!
Say hi, Asta.
Hi, Tipiters! I'm Asta from Ganito Friend and Philippine Beaches and Beyond. And yes, approve ako for multiple entry na 10 years! Grabe! Nung sinabi sa akin ng consul na approve ako para akong nanalo sa loto deep inside. Pero demure tayo. Pero yon, in-apply ko ay same din ang in-apply nila Vince and Josh, yung B1, B2 visa.
I-explain muna natin, ano ba tong B1, B2 visa? B1 is for business, B2 is for tourism. So itong B1, B2 will allow you to do both. Ito ay non-immigrant and short-term visa lang. Most na mga kakilala kong nag-grant nito, ang binigay sa kanila ay multiple entry and valid for 10 years. Yes, 10 years. Yan naman ang maganda sa visa na to talaga. Ang tagal ng validity period, so kapag nag-grant ka nito, matagal mo na ulit bago problemahin ang pag-renew. Pero kung tama ang alala ko, may kakilala ko na single entry lang ang natanggap. So, hindi siya 100% multiple. Anyway, kung ibang visa ang i-apply mo, hindi ako makakatulong for that kasi syempre yung experience namin ay sa B1, B2 lang. And we can only speak based on personal experience kasi hindi naman kami travel agent or immigration agent. So, paano ba nakakakuha nito? Wait! Before natin sagutin yan, marami kaming mga useful and informative travel videos. So, please take the time to subscribe to this channel. Tap the bell icon beside it and choose all para lagi kang updated kapag may new uploads tayo. And kung sa FB ka naman nanonood, please like and follow this page na rin. Step 1. Accomplish the DS-160 form. Ang DS-160 form serves as your application form. To do that, go to this page. Huwag kayong mag-alala. Ilalagay ko lahat sa description ng video na to and sa pin comment ang lahat ng links na yan. Meron din kaming written version sa website namin. If mas easy reference sa inyo ang articles kaysa video, just visit thepoortraveler.net/US-visa.
So, itong DS-160 form ay dapat gawin per person. Kung group kayo, bawat isa sa inyo dapat may DS-160 form na separate. Dun sa location where you'll be applying, choose Philippines, Manila, then enter the CAPTCHA code sa baba. Then, click on Start an Application. Yun yung red button sa baba. Sa next page, pipigyan ka ng application ID. Screenshot mo na agad kasi you'll need it later on. Pipili ka rin ng security question and mag-enter ng answer. Utang na loob guys, tandaan nyo ang sagot nyo dito para di kayo magka-problema sa login in the future. And then, eto na, fill out the form. Maraming pages, sobrang dami, so allot some time talaga. Huwag niyong madaliin and make sure na tama lahat ng mga sinusulat nyo kasi this will be the primary document na titignan ng mga visa officers kapag ina-assess ka. So, page 1, personal details. So, kasama dyan yung name, birth date, birthplace, gano'n lang. Page 2, travel details. So, itatanong kung ano ang purpose ng trip mo. So, choose temporary business pleasure visitor and then under specify, choose business and tourism, temporary visitor. Yan yung B1 and B2 na visa. Under it, enter yung travel plan mo. Kung may concrete plan ka na, enter mo lang yung travel dates. Kung wala pa, kahit yung intended na date kung kailan mo balak dumating sa US and gaano katagal ang trip. May note naman sa side na kung hindi mo sure or hindi pa final ang mga details, kahit estimate lang.
Guys, screenshot nyo yung part na to and tandaan yung details na yan. Kasi there's a big chance na itatanong yan ng consul or visa officer na mag-interview sa'yo and ideally, mag-match yan sa sagot mo. Need mo ring i-enter kung sino ang magbabayad ng trip mo. Page 3. Travel companions. I-declare mo dito kung sino ang kasama mong magta-travel. Page 4. Previous US travels. Kung first time mo pa lang, mag-no ka lang. Itatanong din dyan kung na-deny ka na ng US visa before or hindi pinapasok. Huwag ka na magsinungaling dyan kasi malalaman din naman nila ang totoo. Page 5 to 6. Address and contact info. Straightforward naman yan. Pero it's worth noting na hihingin din dito yung mga social media accounts mo. Yes, i-declare mo ang mga social media kineme mo. Yung passport details mo, i-enter mo rin. Page 7. US contact. Kung may contact person or kakilala ka sa US, dito mo i-enter yung name niya and kung kaano-ano mo siya. Ideally, this person can verify your identity if necessary.
What if wala ka namang kakilala sa US? Pwede mong i-enter here ang name ng establishment na plan mong i-visit. Pwede yung name ng museum or theater. Basta yung nasa itinerary mo, pwede yon. Page 8, family. So, i-enter mo yung name and birth date ng mga parents mo. And if may relative ka sa US. Page 9, work and education background. Yes, parang resume to. I-enter mo dito yung current and even past na pinagtrabahuhan mo. May job description ka rin, kailangan i-enter. And pati mga schools na inattendan mo. Page 10, security and background. Last page na to, may mga series of questions lang kung saan ka na nag-travel before, ano mga organizations na affiliated ka, or nag-military ka ba. Ganun, may mga health-related questions din. Tapos ayun na, time na to upload a photo. Dapat colored, walang eyeglasses, nakatulad nito, hat, or head cover. And dapat taken within the past 6 months.
Ilalagay ko rin yung link sa description ng photo guidelines. May mga examples din sila ng acceptable and hindi acceptable na pics. And meron din composition template na available. After mo mag-upload ng photo, ipapareview sa'yo lahat ng in-enter mo. Make sure accurate lahat ha, and then submit your application.
The moment i-click mo ang submit, hindi mo na yan ma-edit. So, kung may mga need kang siguraduhin pa or hindi mo pa alam, you can save your application naman. Pag sinave mo, mababalikan mo pa yan. But the moment i-click mo ang submit, nako, touch move na yan, wala nang bawian. Then, magdi-display yan ng DS-160 confirmation page. May confirmation number yan and barcode. You can print it or email it to yourself and need mong dalhin itong confirmation page sa embassy and need mo yung number na yan sa next step, which is
this is actually the website kung saan ka magbubook ng appointment. But hindi ka pa makakapag-secure ng appointment slot now kasi kailangan mo munang ibayaran ang visa fee. Pero tsaka muna problemahin yan. For now, for this step, all you need to do is create an account. Tap the Visa Login button at the top right of the non-immigrant visa application page. Click the Sign Up Now link at the bottom of the login page. Set your username and password. Then enter all the requested details. Email address, full name, etc.
Okay, important. It's best to start your application at least 3 months before your intended date of departure to the US. Diba, last year sa video ni Yosh, he demonstrated kung paano makita ang earliest available appointment date para matansya mo. Ngayon, sa new appointment process, hindi na pwede yon. Walang ganong function ang new website. Ngayon, you can only see that kapag magbubook ka na talaga. So, make sure to allot enough time for your application. Kung everything looks good, then proceed to step 3, which is visa fee costs 185 USD. Nung time na nag-apply ako, roughly 11,470 pesos yon. You can pay using credit card, debit card, or cash. Ganito lang magbayad. Log on to your US Travel Docs account and click Start Application on the left sidebar. On the next page, fill out a form with your personal details, contact information, mailing address, and passport details. On the Visa Options page, select Non-Immigrant Visa and then select Business Tourism. In most cases, the B1 and B2 visas are issued as one. So, B1, B2. Enter your DS-160 confirmation number. Make sure you're entering the correct number because the system will use it to link your appointment to the right DS-160 form. Answer the interview waiver accordingly, then manage dependents if you have any. If you have dependents, will be with you at the interview, enter their details and their own DS-160 confirmation numbers. Choose how you want to receive your passport back, free pickup or delivery. The latter entails a separate fee to be paid cash upon delivery. Finally, proceed to the payment page. So choose your preferred mode of payment. Ako, credit card ang ginamit ko. If in case you can't pay right away, you can just come back to this page another time. Don't worry, you can save all the info you entered so you won't need to fill out the form again when you log in again. Just take note of the payslip's expiration. You will then be directed to the payment options page. Choose how you want to settle your visa fee. So let's say credit card. We're not sure of the process for cash payments. If you're done checking, proceed to payment. Save the copy of your receipt. You can print it or take photo of it. Confirm your receipt. Simply click Submit. After this, you can proceed to setting your schedule for biometric collection and consul interview. Step 4. Schedule your biometric enrollment and interview appointments. Yes, appointments. May S. Dalawa magkahiwalay na appointments kasi yan. Doon sa dating application system, diretso sa pag-schedule ng interview appointment, tapos doon ka na rin kukunan ng biometrics. Pero ngayon, pinaghiwalay na. You are required to schedule a separate appointment for biometrics sa newly launched Visa Application Center at Parcal in Parañaque. Assuming your payment is already in the system, makaka-schedule ka na. Una, for biometrics. For the VAC appointment, choose Manila OFC. Dates with available slots are marked in green. You can still reschedule your appointment. Immediately after that, sa next page, mag-schedule ka na rin ng interview appointment. Ito yung medyo mahirap kasi pwedeng yung earliest date ay months from now pa. Pero we found na mas maraming magiging available na mas maagang slots kapag madaling araw. Anyway, just select the date that best works for you. That's it! You can reschedule your appointment ha. Just click on the Reschedule Appointment button and select an earlier or later date. Yes, it is possible to chance upon an earlier schedule. That's what happened to me. Group appointment option is also available pero hindi pa namin to na-try so wala kaming idea how it works. But if you're applying with a group, try clicking the Create Group Request button on the left sidebar.
Step 5. Gather the requirements. Una, yung passport mo. Make sure valid and may pages pang available. Second, yung appointment confirmation, print mo to. Third, yung DS-160 confirmation number na naka-indicate naman na doon sa appointment confirmation. Pero for good measure, print mo na lang din yung DS-160 confirmation page. In many cases, yan lang ang kailangan. But according sa website, dala ka rin ng mga supporting documents na to. Nilagay ko dyan, possible supporting documents kasi hindi to all the time hinihingi pero dahil nasa reminders ng website nila, prepare mo na lang din just in case hingin. So kasama dyan ang recent ID photo na may white background. Ako ang dala ko ay 2x2. Dalhin mo rin ang lahat ng old passports mo. Nasa listahan din ng proof of income and letter from your employer or certificate of your employment detailing your position, salary mo, and kung gaano ka katagal sa work. And huli, travel itinerary. Again, minsan hindi nila chine-check yan. Nung si Yosh, dala niya lahat. Pero passport lang talaga yung hiningi. Eh ako naman, passport and yung ID photo lang ang chinek. Pero hindi ibig sabihin nun, same yung mangyayari sa'yo. Yung iba kong kasabay sa pila, hinanapan sila. You'll never know, so to be safe, dalhin mo na lang lahat ng mga nakalista. If hindi kunin, edi maganda, at least prepared ka. Pero ang dapat iwasan is yung hindi ka prepared tapos biglang hingin sa'yo. Nga ka nun.
Step 6. Go to VAC for biometrics enrollment. On the day of your appointment, head to the Visa Application Center or VAC. Ito yung address sa Parañaque. Okay, you must bring the following: appointment confirmation letter, DS-160 confirmation page, valid passport, visa fee receipt. So, be there at least 15 minutes before yung schedule nyo. Tapos, ganito yung sistema sa loob. When you arrive at the VAC, you will be greeted by a staff at the building's entrance and will be given ticket number or queue number. Enter the building and take the elevator to level 3. Coming from the elevator, turn right, then a VAC staff will check your documents and appointment confirmation letter. After that, you will be directed to the security check and waiting area. Then the VAC staff will check your documents again and they will affix a sticker with the QR code on the back cover of your passport. Wait for your turn to have your photo taken and your fingerprint scanned. And that's it! Ganun kabilis.
Guys, bawal mag-picture and mag-video sa loob. Pero makikita nyo, may videos kami ng facility. Galing to mismo sa US Embassy. Kasi di ba last year, gumawa si Yosh ng US Visa Guide, tapos ang dami kasing nanood nun. Kaya siguro na-invite tayo ng US Embassy para mag-tour sa loob ng facility and sinendan din tayo ng official footage para makita nyo kung paano yung process. Pero pag andun ka na ikaw yung mag-a-apply, bawal ang phone and bawal mag-picture. Actually, bawal din ang bag. So make sure may kasama kayo na pwedeng paghabilinan ng gamit including phone. Step 7. Go to the US Embassy for the interview. Ang US Embassy ay located along Rojas Boulevard. On appointment date, show up 15 minutes before your schedule. Actually, nagpapapasok na sila even an hour before. Pero tandaan, bawal lang kahit na anong liquid and anything na may battery sa loob. Yes, bawal ang cellphone, tablet, laptop, and even yung mga digital watch, Apple Watch, ganun. Thing is, wala silang lockers or baggage counter doon. So, for example, si Yosh, ang ginawa niya, nagpasama siya sa pinsan niyang si Paikan. Tapos, sa kanya niya hinabilin yung mga gamit niya. Tapos, si Paikan naghintay sa McDo na malapit sa area kasi magbe-breakfast daw siya. Nung time ko naman, kasi ibang araw yung interview ko, sinamahan naman ako ni Yosh. Hinintay niya ako sa CBTL, just across the street. Marami naman pwedeng tambayan na area. Basta mag-usap na lang kayo ng kasama mo kung saan kayo magkikita after. Anyway, sa labas pa lang, they will check your appointment confirmation. Then, didikitan ng QR code yung likod ng passport. Tapos, papasok na kayo sa loob ng building for security check. Sa sunod, they will check your passport ulit and sometimes, like sa case ko, yung picture, tapos kukunin yung fingerprints mo. Follow mo lang yung instructions ng mga Pinoy na staff na nagmamanage ng pila and you'll be fine. Mababait naman sila. Ang pinakahuling step ay yung interview proper. Sobrang bilis lang to. Usually, it takes 2 to 5 minutes lang. Ito yung mga questions na tinanong kay Yosh and ang mga sinagot niya. Where in the US are you going? Ang sinagot niya is New York and New Orleans. What's the purpose of the trip? Nasabi niya, tourism. How long is the trip? 2 weeks, 9 days in New York, 5 days in New Orleans. Are you married? Do you have kids? Siyempre sabi niya, no, on both counts. With whom are you traveling? Sabi lang niya, a friend. What do you do for a living? So he explained lang kung ano yung trabaho niya. How long have you been doing this job? What's the name of your employer? Yun yung mga tinanong kay Yosh. Yung mga questions naman sa akin, eto sila. So similar kay Yosh, how many weeks ako doon or how many days ako magstay? Parang, tapos the next one is, how many years na ako sa job na to? Tapos, what type of business? If may relatives ba ako sa US, kabado talaga ako kasi may mga kamag-anak ako sa US. Immediate family, mga kapatid, and may mga tita and tito din ako doon. Pero hindi naman sila yung pupuntahan ko sa trip. As in, pure tourism lang talaga ang trip namin. Pero syempre, dineclare ko pa rin yun kasi malalaman din naman nila yun. Regardless. Nung nasagot ko na yung question na yun, parang doon ako kinabahan. Kasi yung consul, parang, please give me a minute. Yun yung sabi sa akin. Tapos pumunta siya sa kabilang consul. Kinabahan na ako. Kasi parang, oh my God, sinaraduhan ako, binabaan ako ng window kasi may tatanong siya sa katabi niyang consul, ganyan-ganyan. So that time, akala ko denied kasi baka isipin hindi na ako babalik kasi may mga kamag-anak ako doon. Pero nung bumalik yung consul, ang sabi niya, your visa is approved.
Yung sa akin, actually, 4 na questions lang naman kasi yung... actually, dun kung gustong mapunta sa consul na yun. Kasi sobrang straightforward yung magtanong. So, lalaki yung consul ng sa akin. Ang tanong niya lang sa akin is, why are you going to the US? So, yung purpose ng pag-travel ko sa US. Tapos yung pangalawa, kung ano yung ginagawa ko for work. What do I do for work? Tapos parang, Yung pangatlo, kung ano yung nature ng business. Tapos yung pang-apat is kung naka-travel na ako sa ibang lugar outside the Philippines. Yon. And kung ano-ano yon. Yun lang yung apat na yun. Tapos, may tinype lang siya ng onte, tapos sabi niya sa akin, okay, your visa is approved. We'll just mail the passport to you.
Pero dahil you're interviewed sa open area, somehow, naririnig rin naman yung mga tanong sa iba. May ibang tinanong kung, will you be visiting someone in the US? Have you visited other countries before? Mga ganon, yung mga question. Tapos, share ko lang din yung na-witness ni Yosh dati. Para sa mga hindi pa nakapanood nung previous video natin, yung isang kasunod kasi ni Yosh sa pila, tinanong daw kung saan sa US ang punta. May sinabi daw na state si ate girl. Kunyari, South Dakota. Tapos tinanong siya, anong purpose? Sabi niya, tourism. Tapos tinanong siya, where in South Dakota are you going? Tapos wala siyang masagot na maayos. Denied siya. Hindi si Yosh to ha, yung kasunod niya sa pila.
So, sobrang mahalagang tandaan talaga yung mga questions na to. Nasa D160 form din ito. They're not asking you kasi they want to know. Kasi most likely, nakita na nila ang form mo. I think they're just confirming and testing kung consistent ang mga sagot mo dun sa mga sinulat mo sa form. So, it's very important na alam mo na yung mga answers mo sa D160 form. Problem is, minsan, sa tagal ng appointment mo, from the time na mag-apply ka, baka makalimutan mo na ang mga sinagot mo. So, always keep a copy of your DS-160 form.
Very conversational ang tone nung nag-interview. So, ganun din ako. Sinasagot ko lang yung mga questions niya. Hindi naman ako yes, no lang. Pero hindi ako nagbe-bring up ng new information na hindi naman related sa question. Pero yung tone ko is very casual lang. Act natural, ganun. Walang chinek na kahit anong document sa amin. Passport lang talaga. Pero may mga kasabay si Yosh dati, tinignan yung Certificate of Employment. Kung denied ka, ibabalik sa iyo ang passport mo. Kung approve, sa kanila muna yon kasi lalagyan pa nila ng visa sticker. Wait for your visa. So, just a couple of days after your interview, marireceive mo na yung passport mo with visa. Yung sa akin, nakuha ko by mail after 2 days lang.
Ako rin, after 2 days, nakuha ko na by delivery. I paid 430 sa LBC upon delivery, pero dati, 440. Ito na lang nagbago na mas nagmura siya na 430.
Oh, 10%.
Ayun, yes! Ayun, ang saya.
Sa totoo lang, marami kaming kasabay sa pila na denied. Yung iba galing pa sa probinsya. So, ang advice ko talaga, before kayo mag-apply, i-gauge nyo kung sa tingin nyo, ready na kayo for it. Kasi mga hindi biro yung visa fee ha, halos 11,000 pesos din yun. Sayang. Also, make sure na solid yung purpose ng trip ninyo. And malinaw sa inyo ang detalye ng trip nyo.
And wag na wag kayong magsisinungaling whether sa form or sa interview. Kasi for sure, they do their homework. And they're probably watching out for inconsistencies and mas madaling maging consistent kung nagsasabi ka ng totoo.
Marami pa kaming visa-related videos na paparating. So, make sure na nakasubscribe ka dito sa channel natin. Ring the bell beside it and choose all para notified ka kapag uploaded na yon. If sa FB ka naman nanonood, don't forget to like and follow this page na rin. And Asta, saan ka ba namin mapapanood?
Sa Ganito Friend. Meron akong YouTube. Ang pangalan niya ay Ganito Friend. Matagal akong nawala doon eh. Basta ibang kwento pa yon. So, yun na. Ganito Friend. Search niyo po.
Pero if you want more useful mga travel or mga daily essentials nyo, meron siya sa kanyang channel. So, check nyo yung Ganito Friend.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Kung meron kang questions, i-comment nyo lang below or you can also follow din and message us on Instagram, X, formerly Twitter, and TikTok. That's all for now. I'm Vince.
I'm Asta.
Remember, plan smart, travel safe, and make every trip worth it! Bye-bye!